There's a war happening inside you. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. A war between what you feel and what you know. A war between instinct and reason. You've felt it. The sudden rage, the drowning anxiety, the sharp sting of envy, or the numbness of despair. And if you're honest, you've probably lost that war more times than you'd like to admit. But here's the thing, you are not your emotions. You are the one who observes them. And if you don't learn to master them, they will master you. This isn't self-help fluff. This is philosophy, the kind forged by emperors in exile, by slaves who rose to wisdom, by warriors facing death. This is Stoicism, and it's not here to make you feel good, it's here to make you free. Let's start with a question. What does it mean to be free? To the Stoics, it had nothing to do with status, money, or mobility. Real freedom is internal. The ability to govern yourself, to choose your response, to remain unmoved by chaos. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world at the time, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's not poetry, that's a strategy. Because here's what the Stoics understood. If you don't train your mind, someone or something else will. Your anger, your fear, your impulses, these become your masters. You become a puppet pulled by invisible strings, reacting instead of choosing, surviving instead of living. That is slavery, not to a person, but to your own undisciplined mind. And the only way out? Philosophy. The Stoic model, emotional mastery. Epictetus was born a slave, literally. He walked with a limp after his master shattered his leg, but even in chains, he declared this: "No man is free who is not master of himself." He didn't mean you shouldn't feel things. The Stoics weren't robots. They felt grief, love, anger, loss. But they refused to be ruled by those feelings. Stoicism teaches that emotions, especially the destructive ones, are the result of faulty judgments. You feel rage not because someone disrespected you, but because you believed that disrespect should hurt you. You feel fear not because the future is uncertain, but because you assumed uncertainty is dangerous. But what if you didn't believe those things? What if you learned to pause, to observe, and to correct the judgment before the emotion takes over? That's the Stoic way, not suppression, not denial, discipline. Modern mind, ancient wisdom. Let's talk science for a second. Neuroscientists today echo what the Stoics taught 2,000 years ago. Emotions arise from the brain's appraisal system, how it interprets a situation. Change the appraisal, change the emotion. Sound familiar? That's cognitive behavioral therapy, which literally evolved from Stoic thought. Aaron Beck and Albert Ellis, the pioneers of CBT, cited Epictetus when they said, "It's not events that disturb us, but our view of them." So this isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a verified method of cognitive control. But unlike modern therapy, the Stoics weren't content with managing symptoms. They wanted a complete transformation of character, a life where reason rules. Training the mind, the Stoic practice. So how do we get there? How do we stop being slaves to emotion? We train daily, like warriors. Marcus Aurelius wrote his Meditations as private reminders, not public sermons. Every night he examined his behavior. Every morning He prepared for insult, betrayal, hardship, not because he was pessimistic, but because he wanted to be ready, not caught off guard by the chaos of life. Seneca, another Stoic master, practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining the worst-case scenario, not to become cynical, but to strip fear of its power. He said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And he was right. Anxiety is just imagination out of control. So we take it back, we reclaim the mind. We start with awareness. What am I feeling? Why? What judgment lies beneath it? Then we counter it with reason. Is this truly harmful, or have I made it so in my mind? And finally, we act. Not out of impulse, but out of principle, out of virtue. That's the Stoic code: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, 4 simple words, a lifetime of work. Confronting the dark. Now look, this path isn't easy. Stoicism was never meant to be easy. It was meant for hard times, for war, for grief, for betrayal, for those moments when the world rips something from you and dares you to crumble. And it's in those moments we decide, will I be broken or will I be forged? There's a darkness in this discipline, a brutal honesty. It demands that we take full responsibility, no more blaming others, no more waiting for the world to be fair. You are not entitled to comfort. You are not promised happiness, but you are capable, always, of mastery. Because here's the truth, you can endure more than you think. You can become more than you are. But only if you stop treating your emotions like divine commands. They are weather. You are the mountain. Legacy and identity. When you think about who you are, strip away the labels, your job, your status, your opinions. None of that defines you. What does define you is how you respond when you're tested, when it hurts, when everything in you screams to lash out or give up or numb the pain. But instead you choose to hold the line. That is strength. And it's not just about you. This matters because you carry others with your example. Every time you act with discipline, someone sees it. Maybe a child, maybe a friend, maybe a stranger, but you're showing them it's possible to live by reason, not reflex. We're not just fighting for ourselves. We're trying to restore an ancient truth, that dignity isn't given, it's earned, that freedom is internal. That power isn't domination, it's self-command. So ask yourself, are you tired of being a slave to every mood, every provocation, every fear? Do you want to rule your mind or be ruled by it? If you want peace, prepare for war, not with the world, with your own undisciplined self. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be intentional, to stand guard over your own soul, to practice the way a Stoic does, not when it's easy, but especially when it's not. Because emotions will rise, storms will come, but you can be still. So don't just admire the Stoics, become one. Not tomorrow, now.